It's too easy to chit chat.
Absolutely.
It is.
It was my fault this time, everybody. I apologize.
That's okay. It's
It
allowed.
wasn't.
Okay.
We were all talking.
I had to rein them in, people. I had to.
Yeah, I know. Storm, she was cracking that whip. Nobody needs to see your body.
And so, everybody, let us know what you are reading tonight, or if you're not reading, what kind of productivity you're doing, because not everybody's reading. And then we'll start with you ladies, and what are you guys reading? So, Tiffany?
The Great
well, first, we were talking about the Golden Girls so much yesterday. I have to show my cup.
Oh, cute.
But I finished 2 books today. Again, like Sarah, when you have about 5 going, they kind of like,
You finish them all at once.
So I finished the Coffee Lovers. It's the last book out in the Coffee Lovers series by Tara Lush, the Cozy Mystery series. And I finished the Golf Romance. And I started a romance about like a motorcycle shop, not a motorcycle club, but like a mechanic motorcycle place. But I think it's a series. And then I also am getting ready to start a cozy mystery. Hold on, I'll tell you. I can't remember what the name of the series is called. The book is called, where is it? That's not what it's called. I'm looking. Oh, okay. The Jig is Up. It's by Lisa Q. Matthews. It's the first in the... Can you read what the top of that says?
The cover has a Victorian house on it and a dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember the series.
I know what the title is. I couldn't see what the other one. Irish Bed and Breakfast Mystery.
Thank you.
This is by Lisa Q. Matthews. It was available on Hoopla, so I grabbed it.
Awesome.
How about everybody else?
I started on my half drive to work this morning on audio. Sworn to Silence, the first. I was going to start that Donut Fall in Love book, which I really do want to read because I got it from the library. But it is Amish and April week, so I should be reading, right? So I picked this one up. And I'm also reading, because I finished a category romance yesterday, I started another one today. Wyoming, hostage, rescue, something. 3 words that sound like that put together in a title. A state. It's like a state, a thing, and a...
Yeah.
So I started that one. I'm a couple chapters in. And I am about a quarter of the way through Plainly Murder by Isabella Allen.
Yay!
So, which is the novella, prequel novella. So I've got a lot of things on the go right now. What about you, Tammy?
I am reading Beyond the Cobblestones by Luisa Livorno Raimondo, and this is based on a true story. And it's from the perspective of a young girl living through World War II in Italy.
Okay.
It's really kind of a tearjerker.
I want to say first, Tammy, it's very nice to see you back. I'm happy that you're back.
It's nice to be back.
I am going to be hopefully editing 2 videos tonight, and I'm in my old school April trying to get my trophy for doing 2 TV seasons. So I'm watching HBO's Oz, and I'm 1 episode left in the first season.
Oh, cool.
Are you like me and pick like a show that has like a lot of episodes in the season?
No, I looked for the shortest amount of episodes in this season. I was like, what fits this time period? Something that I'd be interested in watching that I can get easy access to, and volunteered to do all the returns at work today. So for 8 hours, I could sit at my desk and watch Oz.
Oh, that's fantastic.
There you go.
That's funny.
Well, I'm doing like the Scarecrow and Mrs. King, and there's 23 episodes per season. So I'm like, back then they had long seasons, not like they have nowadays.
Not like now, yeah.
Yeah, Oz had eight episodes per season, so
yeah.
That's
They were hour long though, weren't they?
Yes, I was trying to look for something. If I could find half hour long, they were 23 episodes a season. So I was like,
I know Garrett really enjoyed watching that show. He really liked it.
Well, I know somebody asked this in the question thing about British seasons and stuff because I still could have like watched Midsummer Murders. Like there's like 4 episodes a season, but they're like
Right.
an hour and a half or whatever. And it's
Right.
like, well, that feels a little like cheating or whatever. And so they were like, yeah, next time we need to take that into consideration and be like, you have to watch either so many episodes or so many seasons. Just
True.
because there are like shows like that that are very short.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're like full length movies. Each
Right,
yeah.
episode's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I said. They're like an hour and a half. So yeah.
wow.
So I am still reading pretty much the same thing. So I'm reading on the OPEC objective. I don't know why I can't say that. Michael Hammond, and I'm enjoying it so far, but I ain't got very far into it. I'm like 58 pages in. And then I do have an ebook on the go, which is Murder on the Ghost Walk. It's an old school cozy mystery because I think it's from like 2002 or 3 or something like that. But it's one of the member picks, so
Nice.
reading that one. And I'm still listening to Murder by Lamplight by Patrice McDonough. And so it'll be something that I got plenty to choose from. I just don't know what I'll be reading. Get into a few comments here. We got Pat says, "Good evening, everyone. I'm rereading Assaulted Caramel by Amanda Flowers, 65% in. Might be a short night for me tonight. I am over at a girlfriend's house tonight. I'm going to Virginia Beach tomorrow. Wow, well, enjoy.
Oh, nice.
I love Virginia Beach.
And she also says, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Yes, he's our favorite cheerleader. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Mary Jo says, hello, all. Happy Monday. I'm reading Share the Memoir, Part 1.
Wonderful.
So is there like 2 books, Part 1 and Part 2? Or
Yes.
is it split up? Is it the books?
I looked that up the last time somebody's talking about it, and it is. It's 2 separate volumes, and they're like 15 hours long each. But she's got stories to tell, I'm sure.
I was
Right.
going to say,
Living that
Well, I
life.
don't think part 2 comes out for a while, does it? I don't think part 2
It's
out,
not even
right?
for another couple months.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
got to give everybody
I would
time to
wait.
digest the first 15 hours first.
I'm the exact opposite. Like, I'm gonna wait till both of them are out, and then like,
There you go.
I think
Nice.
Netflix has done that to me.
Hey, Esther James says, I'm still reading Needle to Death by Annalise Ryan and enjoying it. First time reading this author. And chicken nuggets for supper.
I approve.
And Catherine says, hello, everyone. So nice to see you all again. I'm started Bloodguard by Cece Robson tonight. It's a gladiator romantasy. Awesome.
Interesting.
And Toya says, hello, everyone. Continuing on with Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman. And dinner was leftovers for Easter.
Oh, her dinner yesterday sounded amazing.
Oh, seriously.
And Cajun says, hi, everyone. Reading Springtime for Murder, Sophie Sayers, number 5.
You're still reading that? I thought.
I know,
you were
I'm
number
confused.
8. Like it was.
She stopped and read a different book in between, and now she's going back.
I need more.
I was going to
details
say, if you
because-
ever see her when she puts her book, she always puts 2 books on there. So I think she always has
This is
2 of
true.
them
This
going.
is true.
Just saying, like.
I think she's like an audio and an ebook kind of gal.
Agreed.
And Hi Roxy said, good evening. Tonight I'll continue to read Lindy Nepal by Lori Cass. I'm at 61%, and dinner was lentil tacos.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Cajun says, Pat, I hope you have a great time tomorrow. Yes. Kim says, hey, y'all, reading The Cat Who Wasn't There, number 13 or 14?
Number 14.
14.
It's the first Cat Who book I ever read. It's still hands down my favorite.
And Sock says, hi, I'm reading Any Trope But You by Victoria Levine. That took me for a minute. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But then I was like, oh, it's a romance thing.
Yeah.
I got it. And says, I had herb chicken tortellini with pesto and a side salad. Then there was a gelato, coffee, and chocolate.
Holy
That sounds
moly,
delicious.
Juice. Something.
Mhm.
And Catherine become a new member. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for the
Yes, yay.
support. And Esther
Hold on.
Jane says, Stormy, all those thunderstorms you got yesterday showed up at my house this morning. Sorry.
Those were for Catherine, not for the
Awesome.
Thunder. I'm sorry.
I moved ahead too quickly.
I was.
Or you were trying to find the button. And Gav says, "Good evening. I'm reading Echoes of Memory by Sarah Driscoll, and it's amazing and really interesting take on the amnesia trope. Compelling suspense."
Oh, interesting.
And hello, Lost Coffee Mug says, "Hey everyone, I had the leftover KFC tonight. It wasn't that great. Going to read Just Our Luck and finish that. I have less than an hour left. I can read really to read. And I'm not sure what Melmac was doing here, but I got a G.
Yo, yo, yo.
and he says, "Hi all, I'm reading Death at the Falls by Rosemary Simpson. All Gilded Age number 7. I've read that one. I was like, that sounds familiar. But I read that one. I think I'm 1 or 2 behind in that series, though, to get caught back up." And Angel says, "Hi, Angel says, hi everyone. I'm reading Toxic Toffee by Amanda Flowers. I had a quesadilla for dinner."
I think the Amish candy shop is a bingo.
Thank you very much, Amish and April.
That's right. That's
Yeah, I'm like, I really need to try to get to another Amish book. I was just thinking about that. And so I need to do Gingerbread Danger by
Ooh.
Amanda Flowers.
Mhm.
I need to get caught back up on that one. And Melmac says, "Hi, everyone. I'm reading Birds of a Feather by Kate Carlisle, number 10 in the bibliophile. And The Tuscan Child by Reese Bowen." And Sock says to the Lost Coffee Mug, "If you go to KFC in Cromwell, Connecticut, you'll have the best KFC leftovers known to humankind." Well, I
You know
thought
what I've been loving? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I said I thought our KFC was doing pretty good because, like, the last time we were at Burger King, I was looking over there. There was lots of people and everything going in and out and stuff. And then somebody said they're going to be putting a Popeye's chicken there, and I was like, "But I thought they were doing." They're like, "No, they went out of business." And I was like, "So now I'm thinking it's like, well, maybe the cars were people going in and renovating. I don't know."
Never know.
I prefer Popeyes over KFC now, but that's just me. They have delicious biscuits.
Were you going to say something, Tammy, before?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say our KFC, I'm sure it's everywhere, but I've been really loving their chicken pot pies. Has anybody
not
ever
have-
tried one of those?
I have had theirs. Yep.
I haven't, but it sounds good.
That sounds delightful. I would try all of that if I could.
Well, I don't know if all the KFCs did it, but when ours took out the buffet, it went downhill.
You
Yours had a buffet?
Yeah, it had like a little buffet
Oh.
inside. And you could just pick out what you wanted. And
Oh, ours didn't have that.
really?
Wow.
That
I
either.
would just had a plate pile full of like the popcorn chicken and the macaroni.
Right.
That's it, right?
And stuff. Yeah. So I've only had Popeye's chicken once, and I thought it was okay. It wasn't like something I would go to like normally, especially since it's so far away.
That's
But
fair.
Dad likes chicken and things, so I could see us probably going to the Popeyes one when they get it going, if that's what's going in there. If my sources are true.
It might just be mine, but our local KFC, I'm finding the chicken is really dry lately, which is why I prefer the Popeyes because it's, greasy.
Yeah. And Angel says to the Lost Coffee Mug, "That sounds good for dinner." And Mother Goose Librarian says, "Good evening all. I started Assault and Caramel as well as writing some book reviews." Yay.
And
There's our
not
bingo.
the Amish candy shop.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Sock says to Cav, "Ooh, I love it when there's amnesia." I haven't really read a lot of amnesia trope. I don't know if I would like it or not. I don't know.
I was going to say, read some Presents novels from Harlequin. You'll read all of the amnesia.
That's probably, I don't really read a lot of presents.
Right? Yeah.
And Sock says, "Oh man, I am ever in the area. I'm making note." She said to Morgan, I was like, "Yeah, make note." And then she says, "They have the best. It's so tender and never dry."
Nice.
And Barbara says, "Good evening, friends. Eating goldfish crackers. Not sure what I'm reading yet."
Oh,
I
nice.
love goldfish crackers.
Angela says, "Oh, I also finished last night Criminally Coco by Amanda Flowers."
Nice.
There we go.
We shall celebrate.
All the Amanda Flower love today.
I know.
Mhm.
And so I'm looking at the time, and I think we'll go ahead and jump into a reading sprint.
Sounds good.
And so we'll go ahead and read to the top of the hour.
Good.
Little banner going.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
Reading.
How'd everybody do?
Mine was good. I am at about 85% in the mechanic romance motorcycle shop. It was like only a 6-hour audio, so it went pretty good.
I got about a chapter and a half listened to on Sworn to Silence. And then I remembered that I had to email my RSVP for Saturday for the big group chat that I'm going to for heart transplant recipients at the hospital. So it's a coffee chat thing, which is going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, I had to remember to RSVP for that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I had already started this book, but I am up to a fourth of it being done. I still have 3/4 of it left. But I'm making progress.
And I edited my 2 videos and posted, waiting for the last one to post right now.
Awesome.
Yay, new videos.
Yes, exactly.
I got to 51%, I think. I then forgot where I was. I think I was, yeah, 51% into Murder by Lamplight, the audio.
Very cool.
I decided to work a little bit on some books that I got over here. Since I did my book haul, I can now put them into a tub. So I was like, I'll just work on those audio books. So
Yep.
I got my battery, but I didn't put it in because I was like, by the time I got it, if something didn't go wrong, I thought it would be too late to holler at Sarah and be like, Sarah,
Help!
Our mail doesn't usually get here till like about 4:00.
Fair.
And so I was like, by the time I got done eating and everything and got up here, I was like, I'll just wait until after the live to try it out. So I'm like doing these things, hoping it doesn't mess up because I have all these other windows open. So.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see. So we're at Esther James, who Lost Coffee Mug, says, I was around in the 70s when they got to New York. They were great. Today's sucks. Well, talking of like food things or whatever it is, one of my favorite places to eat, I'm a little upset with and probably won't be going to eat there, but it's this little Mexican place. And when my friends went to go pay, they noticed that like they had tape over where you could slide your card in or whatever. And they're like, no, just tap. And well, his bill was like 30 something. Then he tapped.
Yeah.
It went up to 40 something because it gave him like a $10 tip automatically.
No.
Yeah. And he's like, so I won't be going back there ever again.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And it's like, that's crazy. They should at least tell people or something.
Yeah.
Not just tap it. And do they not expect people to look at the receipt? I mean,
Right?
so I was like, oh, that sucks because I really like that place. But yeah, I'm not going to give them $10 just because they want it. Because half the time, I mean, I only give like, I'm like really bad with tips, but I expect them to come and like ask me for things and stuff. And so if they don't, then they don't get as big a tip as if, you know, so I'm like, I'm not going to give you $10 if I don't think you did anything.
Yeah, and if you know, like even like at Subway, you know, like you're ordering your sub and all that stuff, it asks you at the doohickey, like, oh, do you want to leave a tip? And you know, I mean, if the person was pleasant, I'll give you $1 or so, but $10 is a little expensive, you know.
Yeah,
That's a lot of money.
and not everybody can afford to tip big. I mean, there's some people that can't afford to do that, but
Absolutely
not everybody
not.
can just throw $10 down.
Right?
But let it be your choice, not their choice. You know?
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, and so it's like, yeah, that's why they got it taped off, because usually you could do that and then you could put in what you wanted, but I bet they had too many people putting no tip.
Oh,
So-
sure.
And so they're
Sure.
like, well, we're going to get tips this way.
Yep.
They may lose business that way too. So.
Oh, big time.
And I like this. Sock says to Barbara, Read the cracker package until you get to a word that's in the title of one of the books you have on carry.
I love it.
That's fun, yeah. And Pat said to Cajun, going with a girlfriend have not seen in 3 years.
Oh, that's
so fun,
lovely.
Pat. You have a great time.
And Barbara says, "Oh, okay." And Emily says, "Hi everyone. I finished Legendborn this morning, starting Keeper of the Lost City, book 9.5, and on page 197 of 402. I kind of feel like she's slacking a little bit with these little books."
I mean, I'm looking at it going, the 0.5 book is 402 pages,
Yeah.
the same length as
Right.
the full-length novel I'm currently reading.
And see, and that's like one of the things about that series. Like that middle grade series, the more you get into it, the thicker the books were getting, and I wasn't
Oh, okay.
enjoying it that much. And it was like, no.
Yeah, that's a lot.
hilarious.
That's a lot if you're not enjoying something. I mean,
Bailing out while we can. And Angel says, "Enjoy your trip with friends to Pat."
Yeah.
And Cav says to Socks, "This one is as unique. I've never read an amnesia story like it, and it's so well done. How the author kept all the details straight is a marvel."
Oh, that's awesome.
that's cool.
And Anita, I know who I'm talking to. Yeah. Anita said, "Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone had a happy Easter weekend. Tonight I'm reading Botched Butterscotch by Amanda Flowers." Woohoo.
Nice. Oh, Amanda Flower.
And look at that, a special hello, Tammy, Mr. James. And Angel says, "That is a cute Tumblr, Tiffany."
Thank you.
Hello, Roxy says, "Hello, friends. I was busy today. I didn't read anything, but I read a couple of chapters of Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson last night. I want a nap." And Lost Coffee Mug says, "Hey, Tammy, nice to see you." And
Trying to
Roxy says, "Hi, Tammy. Hope all is well." And Danielle read.
Like it.
Short and sweet. I like it.
Right.
Okay, like, see the point there. And Sock says to Roxy, "Do you want a nap because of Well of Ascension, or is it a separate issue?"
Yeah.
True.
Esther said, "Tiffany, just found out an old neighbor of mine, Carol, I cannot pronounce that last name, Paulette, something, is going to be on a panel in Malice with Mary Lee Ashford." So
I will have to look at the Malice schedule and see. Thank you. With Mary Lee. Okay.
And Sock says to Kev, "I gotta look into this." Yes, she's making her book sound very intriguing. And Roxy says, "Separate issue, long busy day, and little sleep last night." Well, here we go. Danielle's reading Coming Home by Karen Kingsbury.
Nice. Schedule.
And Angel says, "Wow, Tammy, that sounds like a good read, and so good to see you again."
Oh, thank you.
And
Thank you,
Casey,
everyone.
did you say something else? Oh, I'm sorry.
I just said thank you, everyone. It's nice to be back. And I'm so happy that people understood why I had to take some time off. So
course.
thank you.
Yeah, that's one thing that's pretty good about this community. Like, if you need to
Oh,
take
yeah.
a break, they're pretty cool about, like, okay, you can take a break.
The support is amazing.
And Cajun says, "I would have picked a UK show since their seasons are maybe 6 or 8 episodes." I know. See, that's why I was like, what was I thinking? But you know what? I mean, I could have picked Perry Mason. And Perry Mason, even though they're half an hour episodes, there's like 30 in a season.
Yep.
I was like, wow, we're really downhill from like when that came out, what, like the 1950s or 60s or whatever, summer, to like 30 episodes. down to like we're lucky if we get 10 episodes.
Yep. It's true.
I have a question. So is this the April? What is it called? What
Old
is this?
School April.
Old school
Old
April.
School April? Are you supposed to watch an entire season of a show?
So to get a trophy
Yeah.
at the end, which of course you don't have to, let me preface this by saying I'm only doing it to get the trophy because you get 10 extra points and a trophy. I could read one book and get 15 points, so I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. It's to get the trophy. If you watch 2 full seasons of a show from 2006 or before, you get the trophy.
Yeah, it's
Got it.
called the Beast Mode Trophy. So,
Beast mode, yeah.
yeah, so I'm trying. Yes, we're both trying for the Beast Mode.
I was like, I could have read a Babysitter's Club in half a day and gotten 15 points off of it. Why did I do this to myself?
I was gonna say, yeah.
For the trophy.
Well, you guys are determined, and I'm impressed.
Well,
Well,
sure,
it's like-
sure.
It's like the one time that was last week. I think it was the week before. They had the curveball. You had to do 4 different things, but if you did all, you just had to do one. But if you did all 4, you got a trophy. You got a Beauty and the Beast trophy, and it's like, well, I want the trophy.
Here's the thing, it's a virtual trophy and we're still excited about it.
No, at first I was all excited. I'm like, does she send you a trophy? Because
Right?
that's very cool. Like,
I was like, wow.
okay, wait a minute.
She just makes a really cute little trophy and is like, here you go. You can
Hey, it's like Melmac making those like stamp.
Yeah.
things
I
for your
love
basket, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the people will go ham for that stuff and will like, it's like you don't have to. That's why it's like you can be as like laid back or just go for it as you want with Old School April, and she's happy if you just want to read one book. But she also thinks it's cool whenever she sees all these people doing all the different things.
I think it's awesome.
Are you guys on the same team, Lee and Stormy?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet your team's winning.
No, our team is not winning, which I feel like, come on, people, enter your points and get it moving because I'm here for the competition, not to be friendly.
And I have a feeling though it's going to be a last minute thing because a lot of people, when I look at them, they're like, well, I'm going to wait until the very last of the month to put my points in, or I'm going to do, so you never know. I mean, we could like be ahead if everybody put their points in, but I don't know. The last time I looked, I think we were in 3rd place.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're
they
supposed
do
to
an average too.
and I think our team's the biggest too.
That's
But
they do.
They do the average thing, so that just means that not everybody's put their points in really. And
Yeah.
I try
How
to
many
do my
teams are
points
there?
once a week.
What did you say?
How
Penny?
many teams are there? How many teams are there?
4 teams, and I think there's like 456 people participating.
Holy cow.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's insane. That's
Mhm.
insane. And Esther Jane, I found your friend. Yes, they are they are on a panel. Women take the lead about female main characters.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Really cool.
And Melanie says, "Hi all. I've been trying out a few books to see whether I want to read them or not. It's cool. Good old try a chapter tag type thing, or try a chapter.
Mhm.
And I feel like I may have to do that with some of my aunt's books because it's like, I don't know if I like that. Well, it sounds kind of good, but it doesn't look like a Stormy book.
Did any of you see my video? It's been a couple months ago. That was speed dating my TBR.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was fun.
I
That
really
was
liked.
fun.
I really liked yours. That when you did that one. Yeah.
It was
I
a
like
fun way
that
to read some out.
Yeah, and I think I would be rating some of these like, well, the cover gets like a 2 because
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, this doesn't look like a Stormy cover. And Anita says, by the way, I just finished
Barbacoa?
Bamba and Betrayal. My goodness, but I forgot her name. I'm giving it 3 stars. That sound, I don't know. Is that like the Mia?
I thought it. Well, I thought it was Raquel V. Reyes, but it's not.
That Mia something.
Monasala. It might
Yeah,
be the Auntie Tita's. I'm looking right now.
Yeah, I'm checking
It
it.
sounds like that kind of one. That's why I was
The
wondering.
Caribbean Kitchen series.
That's Ralphio V. Reyes, right?
Yes, it is. It's the third book.
Oh, because I was looking at her newest book. Yeah.
You needed a backup one. Is that how? Or-
I need the backup one, yes.
and Angel says, "Yay to Anita for finishing."
Oh, yeah, we need to celebrate Anita. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Floating Head needs to celebrate.
Yeah. Slacker. And PK says, "Yay, Murder by Lamplight." And Cajun says, "I did have to work today."
That's why she did. That's why she did.
Yeah.
I'm still
Oh yeah, she didn't
surprised,
finish the book. Yeah,
Cajun. I'm still surprised.
slacker. Just kidding.
Slackers. They expect you to finish your book and work. What are you doing?
Honestly,
Right?
She normally does.
right?
True.
And Lost Coffee Mug says that dark work gets in the way of reading. I know.
I
It's
know.
just way too
Has
much.
to work.
My
Always gets in
first
the way of
thought
her
when I
reading.
was like, I have to go back to work, I'm like, damn it, there goes all my reading time.
Right?
And she's thinking, well, it's a good thing I got up to 50 books because now I'm probably going to only get 10.
Pretty much. And then my second thought was when they said I'd be working at a closer office, my first thought was, awesome. My second thought was, damn it, I'm going to lose all that audiobook listening time.
Right?
Yeah, it's like there's like this like positive negative thing.
Wonder
here.
why.
Right? You know, like, okay, not having to drive that far in the winter, but audiobooks.
Yeah. Cajun said yes to the Lost Coffee Mug, and there was a fire to put out. Not a real one, just a huge issue.
Oh.
So was on call for 2.5 hours, which really cut into my audiobook time.
Oh, boo.
Oh, well, yeah.
And Coffee Mug said to Cajun, sometimes I want to say, sorry, you have to use up all my time today. I am now in audiobook mode. It's like, please hold. Listen to
I'm
my
not coming back.
Yep.
I'm frustrated.
And she says, oh, I would love to say that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says, our KFC closed down, took all the logos off in the building and everything, and no buffet at our KFC here. And Pat
I
says,
feel
our
ripped off. We've never had a buffet in ours.
Ours either.
that was like the huge draw. Like for ours was, everybody wanted to go there for the buffet, and once it closed the buffet down, it's like you never seen anybody there.
Mm.
So I was like, that was like, shot yourself in the foot or whatever, because nobody wants to come eat there anymore.
That'd be awesome.
I'm going to complain for 5 seconds because the Blues game isn't on TV tonight.
Oh no!
Well,
I know.
it's the second game of the first round of playoffs. We have 10 streaming services and not one.
one.
We have 4. How many sports do we have? 3 different sports ones, and not one is showing the Blues. I'm okay. I'm going to move past this, but I just.
That's crazy though. All that.
I was going to say, how do you guys possibly not have every channel that would be playing hockey? I would just imagine.
We do.
That's what I mean. I could imagine.
They put it on Fubu or something like
Fubu,
that.
yeah.
And that's the only but we have ESPN Plus, we have Max
Or
Sports.
put it on that one obscure
Yep.
streaming service that you don't have.
It's the same with the baseball. The one time I was trying to watch a game, they're like, you can watch it on Apple Plus. I'm like, who the hell has Apple Plus?
It's the same thing when I watch tennis. They'll have them all on one channel, and then the final match is on some station I don't
Right,
have at all.
Exactly. And that's what it's like, because it's the playoffs. They've moved.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done now. I'm moving past
You're
it.
fine,
So I'm
you're
watching it. I can't watch it, but I'm it's updating.
Watching live
on my phone, but
updates.
It only just tells me the score. But
They're going to lose to Winnipeg anyway. I'm a Canadian.
Why
I'm
would
sorry,
you
I've gotta
do that?
say it.
Sarah,
gotta
why
say
would
it.
you do that?
Bye, Sarah.
Tiffany's not hosting this one. She can't kick me off.
I know. I was like, she's probably a good thing because you'd be like,
Yeah, I mean, poof, gone. Suddenly, no invites coming back. I'm only teasing you, Tiffany.
Suddenly she would accidentally block you,
Yeah, I'd be in YouTube jail.
it was an accident.
It's an accident. My hand slipped.
If on Sunday we don't see Sarah, we'll know why.
Yeah. I'll be messaging. I didn't get my link, and I'm not hearing anything back, and I'm blocking
You'll
across
get back.
social media. Yeah,
Cinder can't be found.
yeah. I've been
You'll get back. She'll have a little blues sign that pops up.
Yeah.
Pat says RKFC here where I live has Taco Bell and Pizza Hut there too. So you can have chicken, tacos, and pizza all in the same store. Now that's cool.
Wow. Wow.
Ours has we have Taco Bell and KFC's together here too,
So do
yeah,
we.
but not Pizza Hut.
They tried to combine at ours one time. It was KFC and A&W, but it didn't go over very well because the A&W didn't last very long.
We don't have
KFC
A&W
and
here.
A&W in Illinois, but down here we have KFC and Long John Silver's combined.
We don't have Long John Silver's here either.
Mm.
You don't have anything though.
No.
Lee.
We don't. We
But
don't.
you have really good pizza places.
Yeah, fine. You can get good pizza here and a good bagel. Big deal. Come on.
Oh, get my right
You
arm
want some
around
other
the
things too. I'm still
Yeah.
upset that I never had a DQ with a place where you can eat food at, and everybody
We've
else
got them
does.
everywhere up here.
Yeah.
Like Dairy Queen, you only have a ice cream treat.
I'm going to show you the crappy stand that you get. It's like a little shack.
Oh,
You need to take us on a tour of all the food places you get to eat and say, look, see,
Yeah,
this is
be like,
all
this
we
is all we
get.
got.
This is the only thing we have.
Is your Dairy Queen only open like in the summer? Because we have one that's literally only open in the summer downtown.
They
It's
open all
like
year?
this serves ice cream, and it's only open like from March until like
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah,
that's all we have here. Period.
Yeah, no, we have them open all year round with like burgers and all the things.
Well, I tell you what, we don't even have a DQ. I think the closest DQ is, I don't know, maybe a half an hour, 45 minutes away or whatever.
Got one
Have you
5
ever
minutes
had
down the
a
road.
dilly bar? Have you ever had a dilly bar?
Yum?
No.
Where you
Tammy, yeah.
Is that a DQ
I'm
thing?
so sad
Yeah.
for you guys.
I'm like,
They
I don't
also
even know.
have what are those Star Kiss ones that I used to love when I was a kid? They're like yeah, I think that's what they're called.
I don't know those.
Something like
I don't
that.
know. But
Toya says in her area in Tennessee, they stopped the buffet at the KFCs as well. So somebody else had one. It was
Okay,
just
so
us.
yeah,
that's interesting.
Kim says the best fried chicken here is at a local barbecue place. It's fried in buttermilk. Popeyes is too spicy for me. And Emily is on KFC. Our KFC closed and won't go to Popeyes in town as I've heard it's not the cleanest. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's fair.
Only problem with the Popeye because we have a Popeyes in Joplin, so like, I mean, if we're gonna go all the way up there, it's not gonna be eating Popeyes. That's why I
That's
said
fair.
if they had one a little bit more local,
Yep.
I could probably see us maybe going. But when we go there, it was so tiny. It's like, where are we supposed to sit? We're like looking all over because it was super busy, and it's like, are we gonna have to share with people? It's like, excuse me, can I sit here with you? And so I was like, this is too small.
I've literally got one 5 minutes north, one 5 minutes south, and one 5 minutes down the road.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
We don't
they're
have
popping up
Popeyes.
like Tim Hortons is up here. It's crazy.
Kim says I'm probably eating boiled peanuts tonight, and Kim, ew, that's so gross.
Oh, I love them.
This one
Never
lady
had
brought some to McDonald's when I was working there, and she's like, "These are the greatest things ever." And I tried one, and I was like, "What are you talking about? That's gross."
I've heard of these things, but might be a stupid question. Are they wet, or are they dry?
They're
Okay,
wet.
then I have no interest.
wet.
Thank you very much.
And they were just, they were weird. It was a weird like outlet thingy and everything. It was,
yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm a texture person. That wouldn't. Yeah, no.
Dallas.
And Pat says we went to Jason's Deli for lunch today, and I had a chicken nacho salad. I am still full from lunch, and that was 4 hours ago. I bought a brownie for dessert. I might have it later with a glass of milk. That sounds like a perfectly good like
Absolutely.
supper dessert. Having a brownie. It makes me want something with chocolate.
Right?
Me too.
I'll do one more and I need to get into a reading sprint. So we have good evening, Stormy, Tiffany, Sarah, Lee, Penny, Arby's for supper, and Gray's for entertainment as we clean and prepare for new shelves. Woo, new shelves.
Yay.
And then also, this is combined with her, so we'll do that. Remember to hydrate, have a snack, check the laundry, take the meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring the bell, so hopefully you'll get notified.
One.
You heard her, everybody. Eat a brownie.
And with that, we'll go into a reading sprint and go to the top of the hour.
Sounds good. Happy reading.
So how'd everybody do?
3
Wake
books
up.
today. Insane. What?
I said, wake up, Tiffany, but I think either I was stuck or you was stuck. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I finished my book. That makes 3 books today, which is crazy for me. But only
Well done.
because like I was reading so many at a
Mhm.
time that they all just
Yeah.
started.
We all
Yeah.
finished at the same time.
Usually towards the end of the month, that's how I feel. It's like,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
And I started The Jig Is Up, which is, like I said, the first book in the Irish Bed and Breakfast. I'm only like a chapter or so in, so, but it seems really fun. Fun premise.
Nice.
What about you
I got
guys?
a couple chapters read in Sworn to Silence. I went downstairs to get some. I had some brownie cookies, so that was my brownie. And I mentioned to Garrett that you couldn't find the hockey game, and he said, "Don't worry about it. The Winnipeg's going to win anyway."
Boy, they're just not nice to you.
I just like bugging you.
Oh, well, I got halfway plus 4 pages in this book. I would really recommend this book, but only to a specific reader. If you're really interested in World War II in Italy, and from the perspective of a young girl who's doing everything she absolutely can to make her dream come true, to leave this poor little town and go to America someday. It's really quite good, but I don't think it would appeal to everyone, but I sure am enjoying it.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am watching Oz.
Nice.
She is going to get that.
I am going to get my virtual award, yes.
Determined to.
By the way, Storm, did you see that the curveball came out today?
I haven't looked yet. No, is
Okay.
it like horrible?
We're playing a trivia quiz now.
Oh no.
So you still get a point for answering it. You get a point no matter what for answering it, and then you get another point if it's right.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not so bad. So at least you get a participation trophy.
Right, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Well, this
So
is really fine. It says 0-0.
I went downstairs because I had to let the little brat in Rascal. I had to put him in for the night. And I listened to a little bit of Murder by Lamplight while I did that. And then I come up here and then I was like, oh, I need to like make a little last clip for my reading vlog that wasn't much reading. I didn't read a whole lot today either.
The reading less vlog.
I'm like, I need to
Really
read
not
something
reading
during. I'm like, I need to read something during sprints, or I'm not going to be able to talk about anything except for, you know. And so I did that so that I could get that uploaded after I get off of here. I would like to try to get my battery put in after I get it uploaded and see. I'm very curious. I don't know if I can wait till tomorrow. I want to
I
know.
have to say, Stormy, I am so impressed. I think you've done a video every day, except maybe
Seriously.
1 or 2 since like November, haven't you? No, at least December, the 1st of December.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere. I think I did. Well, I did the ones in December, and then I think I didn't start dailies until like either the end of January or the beginning of February or somewhere.
You might have
That
taken a
is
couple days off when you had the
absolutely
flu,
insane.
but other than that, you've been pretty
Yeah.
consistent.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Mhm.
I don't know how you do it.
I try, even though I'm like, even if I haven't read a whole lot, I'm like, well, that was a short daily vlog, but it was still there.
I just
Like
with like work, I even like getting it, filming it and getting it up.
100%.
I'm just I
Well, I tell you what, it would work a lot better if I get my computer to where I could, get things up in a little bit more of a timely manner. So hopefully the battery makes that happen.
well
Because there's
considering
sometimes I get so frustrated because I would work like half of my night that I could be reading was gone trying to mess with my computer to get this to upload, and that's why I
it's
was
even
like,
more impressive. I mean,
Yeah.
if it doesn't, if I can't get it up by like 10 o'clock, I'm going to bed, and it's not going to happen. It's just going to come on the next day or something. But yeah. see, what else did I do? Oh, so I was exporting that, and so I read like a page in, like a paragraph of my OPEC injected while I was doing that. And so, Lost Coffee Mug says, I love the strawberry lemonade from Arby's.
Ooh.
We have some Arby's curly Q fries with our nuggets tonight because that's what we had. Because I was like, I think Dad gets tired of just regular French fries. So I was like, well, we could get. I've never gotten just the bag, the brand bag or whatever that's like, these are Arby's or these are whatever. And so I was like, we'll get those and try them. They were actually pretty tasty. I like seasoned fries, though. You have to like
Me
seasoned.
too.
I do too. And those Arby's fries are good that you
Oh,
can
yeah.
get in the bag. Yeah.
They were pretty good. Even Dad, I know when Dad likes something because he'll actually comment on stuff. Because, like, a lot of times he won't say anything about the lunch, supper, or whatever it is. But if he really likes it, then he was like, those Arby's fries were really good. I was like, okay, so we have a win. Because sometimes I have to drag it out of him if he likes it.
Yeah.
You need a little
And-
notebook on the kitchen table and jot down everything he says he
Yeah.
likes.
Yeah, there you go.
Deep breath in. Pat, the Lost Coffee. Hi, Pat, Lost Coffee Mug. Kim, Emily, Toya, Cajun, PK, Anita, Angel, Danielle, Roxy, Esther, Cav, Barbara, Amy, Melmac, Annie, Catherine, and Mary Jo. Also, all the lurkers and everyone I missed.
Sure.
And Christina also said that the strawberry lemonades are yummy. They have a strawberry lemonade biscuit at Hardee's, but I haven't tried it.
You know what we don't have here either?
Hardee's.
I've never been to one in my life.
Oh, I love them. When I was in North Carolina, I was so happy. What?
Sarah, you've never been to a Hardee's?
We have a Harvey's up here.
Mm.
But
Have
not
you ever
Harvey's.
been to a Carl's Jr.? Because they're the
No,
same
ma'am.
thing.
Oh.
I've never been to Sonic.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's one I'm desperate to go to.
You know, I will say I used to love Sonic. I don't like them quite as much. Like they changed something in their French fries or did something with them. I don't like them as much as I used to, but their burgers are still pretty tasty. But
I love their pretzel from there. It's like $1.99 and you get
Oh, yeah?
cheese sauce with it. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, Garrett and I just want to go down and try all these restaurants that we don't have up here, right?
Right. I had never had Sonic either. And Kevin's like, Sonic has corn dogs they have like a corn dog day or something. Yeah, we
they
get
only
like
have like the 50
of
cent
them.
corn
I
dogs
was
or something.
like, what in the world? We were like freezing corn dogs. I was like, this is insanity.
My favorite thing about Sonic is any drink you get, they have those little tiny ice cubes that are just kind of soft and you can just crunch
They
them.
have the best ice. Yes, the best
Oh,
ice.
that's
Yeah,
like the
you
ice
have
cubes
the
that they had
best
at the
ice.
hospital.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
I loved that so much.
Mm-hmm.
And is that Elena?
Elena, I think, yeah.
Is I'm saying that right? Says, hello, Storm Reads, Beach Bum Bookworm, Sarah, Lee, Tammy, and everyone I missed.
Hello.
Oh,
And Cajun says, finished my book, 4
Of course
stars.
she did.
Oh,
I'm-
thank you enough.
course.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm shocked.
Well,
She was
done.
like, "Oh, they think I'm reading slow today. Watch, I got to finish
She
now."
didn't have anybody bugging her now.
Nope,
Well, it's not a reading sprint unless Cajun finishes a book, right?
that's true.
Exactly.
This is a
4
true fact.
stars. That's pretty good. Good.
Yeah. And Elena says, I'm at 84% into Expats by Chris Pavlon.
Excellent.
Pretty close.
Oh, and then, so there, Tiffany.
Listen, I am so innocent, and everybody has picked on me today.
Sure.
Sarah.
I know. I'm so
Sarah.
mean.
Cajun, even Garrett. Garrett
He's not even
has
here on it.
the challenge. And I was gonna root for the Maple Leafs.
Sad life.
And Elena says 60 more percent till I do my rowing at 5:30 in the evening. So,
Nice.
you got it. It's a set time limit, and then do your exercise. And it sounds like,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and
Is
then
this a
Cajun
rowing
laughs.
machine? Is this a rowing machine, or do you like row? That's so interesting.
And tomorrow will be day 10. So, I need to get 5 more days streak to make it to my gold. And once you reach that goal, you get $100 Starbucks when you reload your money from my parents. Only if I do
Wow,
good.
that's awesome.
Wow.
Well, now that is a way to make you exercise.
Yeah,
Right?
right?
$100
fantastic.
gift card? Heck yeah. That's amazing.
See, that's what gyms
And-
need. They need to pay me for going. You know,
Yeah.
like
Right?
Only
Yeah,
if we
if
can
somebody
get
paid
paid like
me,
that
I
for
would
finishing our
exercise.
books.
Nice.
And Elena says, "Yay, Cajun, for finishing your book."
yep.
And said, "Hello, Elena. Sounds like you're doing good." Yes. And she said, "Hello,
Mhm.
PK." And PK says, read Who Will Remember by C.S. Harris, Crochet and Hockey Tonight, AVS versus Dallas.
The Avalanche.
Avalanche.
Is that okay? Avalanche versus Dallas. And favorite reactor release, 2 more episodes of NCIS viewing.
Nice.
He's starting season 5, making a vat of soup and so many wins.
Very
Wow.
good. Very
Busy,
good.
busy PK.
Yes.
Go stuff.
And Mother Goose said, I got 10% in salted caramel. So far, I'm liking it.
Nice.
And so you're about there, where I am, Mother Goose. So far, I'm on page 15, Angel. And I think these are ones from last time, so I'll go through them real quick.
Yeah.
No
Got 2
problem.
chapters read and just our luck, and I made 32. And botched butterscotch by Amanda Flower. And yay, Cajun! And Catherine says, "Thanks for the fireworks, Tiffany."
You're welcome.
And Annie got
Congrats.
27. Things got done, just not reading things. There we go.
Very, very productive.
100%.
Emily's at 241 of 402. And PK gave Cajun, I think that's like a little celebratory thing.
Yeah, celebratory one.
Yep.
And says, Cajun says, "Thank you to Elena and good to see you." And Barbara says, "Decided on the Southern Guide to Slaying Vampires. Oh, and no pain pills today. No addiction for me."
Awesome.
Well
Yeah.
done.
And Cajun says to PK, "You got a lot going on." Yeah. 66% into the Cat Who. Thanks. And PK said, Cajun, rewards for Monday. There you go. And listening to the Braves game.
Nice.
And Mary Jo got to 194 of 411. Breezy says, "Hello, just got home. Thought I'd pop on and say hi. Hoping to read a bit on book 2. I can read really. Book 2 of the Campers and Criminals series tonight."
Nice, nice.
And Mary Jo says, "Now my book is falling apart. I think it's because it's so heavy and has multiple sections with pictures. Oh no."
Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
And Pat says, I'm really listening to A Salted Caramel by Amanda Flowers. I'm 85% in. I'm finishing tonight. I found the first 5 books on Libby on audio. Awesome.
Nice.
Excellent.
Cajun says, did he not ask about the tip? Maybe it really was an error. I don't know if he did or not. I just know he said that his bill was 40 something afterwards and he got mad. So. But I really think it's their way of doing it. If they put tape over that, so you have to tap it, and then it added $10 seems fishy to me. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Jo says, I tried tapping. So tapping
It's taping.
yeah, because their book's falling apart.
Yeah.
I tried taping the pages, but don't think it will hold. Oh no.
It's a bummer.
And Annie says that forced tip thing happened to us at Disney World. We were waiting for our change, and the waitress never came back. When we found out she had left, of course, the manager was not available.
Oh
Wow.
no.
You better make
And-
the man driven. I'm kidding.
Yeah. I would be like, well, then who is in charge next?
Yeah.
When the server says, do you want change when I pay in cash? I always say, well, I do now, presuming it's just and will cost you.
Absolutely.
And support from the community, even to people that do not have a channel, is amazing and so helpful and heartwarming. Yes.
Absolutely.
Agree.
Trophies, how the heck does anyone say no to that? Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Virtual or not, I want bragging rights. Damn it.
This community is amazing. The support everyone gives and willing to just be supported is so hard to find nowadays, and glad I joined this community. Yeah, it is a great community, and I'm glad you joined too. And Sock says, if it's virtual, why stop at trophies though? Why not a little letter jacket?
Right?
That's true. I'm sure if we brought that up to Kelsey, she would somehow
Oh, she'd find a
get
way.
that going.
I was gonna say she always asks for feedback, and if somebody was to put, I don't want just a trophy, I want a letter for my jacket, and I want
Right?
Make it happen.
make it happen.
No, would be fun.
If
Would
she
be-
did like a jacket with the letters, you could add on it each year.
Or pins. You know, you used to put pins on
Yes.
your jacket or your
Yeah.
hat. But like when you
Patches,
finish
something
challenges,
like
you
that.
get pins.
That's true.
Very 80s too.
And they
See,
do love their merch.
That would
This
be old
came up-
school April to have like pins or patches or
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yep.
This year she came up with a magazine that you could purchase. It was like $20. I didn't get one, but she had some people that are in like her community and stuff, and does a lot of old school, and like the people that help her write articles and things for it and everything,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
put it all together and made it like an old school looking. And it had like the Pee-wee's Playhouse, how they have the secret word.
Yep.
And stuff. And if you purchased the zine, you had the secret words in there for each week. So like when people are doing their lives and they said that word, you would have all these ahs in the comments.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I believe one of the people even brought a bunch of the magazines up to Canada so people in Canada could affordably purchase them.
That is fantastic.
That's just so creative, man.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
is
the
very
work you've
creative
gone
and
into it is amazing.
it's
Yeah.
Yeah, and she has a lot of help with it too and everything. So yeah.
That's very cool.
And hi Paula says family and book says hi, I'll pop in to bop the like button. Thank you. Cajun says that's why I do the Kindle challenges. I want my virtual bookmarks. And Christina says not here to be friendly, Lee.
Me friendly? Come on. No, not at all.
We need road rage, Lee. We're trying to win a
Yes.
We're trying to win points.
I'm going to start yelling at the teammates though, like, hurry up. What are you doing? Wasting time. Come on.
I saw a video today. It's kind of off topic, but it's a book thing, so I thought of you guys. I was trying to find it. It said, what is something odd that you think about sometimes? And it said, serial killers like to keep things as trophies. What if book lovers were really just book serial killers and their shelves were their graveyards or something?
That's hilarious.
It's just like
So
the
true.
most hilarious thing. And he's like, I know it's odd. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's odd.
And it's like the things that bookish people sit around and think about.
Right?
Right?
And Emily says, I just added a book for Team Scooby today. Yay!
Yay.
And I put a lot of points for Scooby after I saw how far behind we were. I was around 100 points, so I hope it helped. That's cool.
Yay.
Yes,
Love it. Love it.
Did he open the garage door?
And Cajun said, oh my goodness, if I got a virtual leather jacket, I might even read Spice. Cajun.
With a little chili pepper on the back of the jacket.
And I said, thank you, Cajun.
Bobo.
And Breezy Ann says, I won't lie, all the Lee and Stormy's enthusiasm for the team reading challenge inspires me to try out the one next month. Sounds so fun.
Excellent.
Nice. Love it.
That's awesome.
And Sock says, the Blues playing on ESPN 8, the Ocho.
Everywhere but here. No, I'm kidding. We have so many streaming services, and a lot of them are geared towards watching hockey specifically. I am done. I am past it now. Kind of. No, I'm kidding.
That was my anger. I was paying a ridiculous amount every month for the MLB TV, and the blackout games would always be the ones playing against the Jays because they're playing here.
Because it's
So
local.
you
Yeah,
should
they
be
do that
watching
here
it on
too.
regular television.
Yep, they do that here.
Why
too.
am I paying you
So,
people money for? It should be there shouldn't be blackouts.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they should be on all the sports channels. That way, if somebody is subscribed to this one or that one, but
Mm-hmm.
I know everybody wants their chunk of change. So,
Absolutely.
True.
and Christina says, right now with Tiffany's floating there, I am thinking of the book I read by Talking Heads, 1977. And Kim says, I do my old school April points weekly. Yeah, me too. I make my little weekly wrap up. And then after that, like tonight, because I made that today. I haven't got it posted yet, but I made it. And then I'll go through and put all my little points in. I think it's just easier for me because the last time I did it, I don't think I took very good track of the points that I was doing. So I'm trying to take a little bit more care and make sure I get all my points and stuff in. And and Emily says, whoa, Sarah went there.
Yeah. The hockey gloves came off.
Yeah.
There's something about Winnipeg, and I guessed. And I said a bad word. The teddy bears were shocked.
I said the hockey gloves came off, Tiffany.
They really, really.
There was a throwdown, and I don't even like hockey.
It really was. Everybody was like, oh.
But right now, there's a lot of Canadian pride right now, is what I have to say.
It's like the room is silent. We're all like,
There's many other teams that you could root for besides the team playing the Blues. I'm just
Fair
pointing-
enough. Although Garrett did say he feels it's going to be an all Canadian end,
I mean, I mean,
except for Ottawa.
Winnipeg's gonna go far.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it.
What's that, Tammy?
I was gonna say you didn't just take the hockey gloves off. You took off the face mask and the mouth guard.
Right?
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Tammy, I know. I'm gonna have to sleep on it.
Decided for still friends.
I'm telling you, if we're missing Sarah on a Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You better be there next Sunday, Sarah.
Right?
And
If you're
for-
gone for any
funsies,
reason, we're all gonna wonder.
Well, that's the thing, right? Yeah.
Right?
I was gonna say for funsies, I could see her knocking her off of it or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Where's Sarah at?"
We all join, and then all of a sudden I disappear.
It's like, oh wait, I forgot. I was mad at you.
Yeah.
Exactly. I can't mute her from this live, but just wait.
Just wait.
And Cajun says to Christina, "It reminds me of Max Headroom
Yes.
showing age with that one." Yeah, I remember
Yep.
that one.
You're showing all of our ages with that one.
And Catherine says, Tiffany, my husband is so disappointed with the Bruins this year. I chuckled and thought of you.
Makes me happy.
And the Lost Coffee Mug says, I think my heart skipped a minute there. I can't believe Sarah just said that.
I know.
And Christina says, they're KFC combined with Taco Bell.
Mhm.
And he says, Christina, I keep thinking of mini golf since it looks like artificial turf. And Katie says, oh, we just got a bagel place and it's just around the corner. Kind of pricey, but so good.
Bagels.
We don't have bagel places around here that I know of.
My manager, the one thing I've missed, and they said that they're going to do it in a few weeks, is she brings in breakfast, and they're Jewish, and they go to a Jewish. Oh, there's nothing like Jewish bagels. They are the best. Something
I
about
did just lay out the guilt to my boss last week. Like, boy, you used to go to that one place and always bring me back the. It'd be nice if that ever happened again.
Yeah.
Because you got to Jewish guilt them into bringing it for
Right,
you.
right. Yeah, I should do that. You know, I've been gone for so long. It'd be nice for a little celebration.
Exactly. Listen, if you don't throw it out there, you're not going to get it. So,
Right?
Catherine says that DQ changed their burgers and they're nowhere near as good as it used to be. I still love how they give you toast with the chicken tenders meal, though.
Mm-hmm.
And Emily says that the DQ I grew up with was a freestanding one that only did ice cream. I lived within walking distance as a kid, and my first apartment was across the street. Dangerous. Cajun says Brewster's is only open in the summers, but DQ is open all year.
Mm.
Catherine says the chocolate-covered strawberry blizzard for Valentine's Day is the diet for too.
That sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And Emily says my brother, who is type 1 diabetic, worked at DQ in high school and college. Oh, that would have been hard.
Well, you know, that's good because, you know, he was hopefully able to resist.
Right.
Oh.
Says I've never been to DQ. It wasn't a big deal in California, so I never got into the habit. I should try the next time I want a burger. Yeah, like I think around like the one I've been to is like in Branson, which is like an hour or so away. It's like, yeah, I'm not traveling that far to go get like a burger. It's like I've never been to Red Robin's because the only one we have around close to us is in Springfield. And I'm like, I'm not going an hour to get a burger, even though they look really good on the commercials.
They
You're
used
not
to have a
missing
really
much.
good turkey sandwich, but they don't have it anymore.
Yeah, I like Red Robin. I mean, I haven't been there in a long time, but they closed a
either.
lot of them by me.
That we only have the one by Niagara Falls. A lot of those like more American restaurants, we have a couple of them right by the falls,
Yeah.
like in the touristy area. So
Kim says they're wet, but I microwave them and it dries them for her boiled
Well,
peanuts.
based on Storm's face, I'm good with not trying them, but thank you.
My daughter, when she lived in Virginia, my middle daughter, when she lived in Virginia, she said she liked them, and I said I've never even heard of such a thing, and she sent me a can of them. So I don't know how else if they have them fresh or whatever, but she sent me a can, and we tried them, and oh my gosh, it kind of grossed us all out.
Oh.
I think maybe it's an acquired taste,
Yeah.
maybe something that you've grown up with or something.
Yeah, I think so. Because like the lady who was so excited that when she had them at McDonald's, I think that was like something she grew up with. And it was
Yeah.
And Emily says to Socks, you have an In-N-Out there.
That's
Ooh.
another place I want to go to.
Yeah, I've never been to an In-N-Out either. And
In-N-Out's
Christina says, totally eat the brownies.
Mine's not.
Sock says, Emily, I don't live there anymore, though. Johnny Rockets has come to Connecticut, though. So there's that. I've never
I've
heard of
never
that.
been to a Johnny Rocket.
I've actually been to one. Yay.
Hey,
You get onto them, Pat. Says, okay, people, 50 in the chat and 26 in the
that is so delightful.
Oh, I love Pat.
And Paula says, happy springing, friends. I'm off to bed. Bye.
Happy to meet.
Hi. Well, come on, you stupid computer. Jill says hello, just joining. Hi. And Pat says we've been having 80-degree weather here for the last 3 days with high pollen count. So the allergies are kicking my butt. I'm taking some allergy meds and going to bed. Good night. Night, Pat. And Emily says, I'm falling asleep. Have a good night all night. Emily.
Hi.
And Lost Coffee Mug says good night to Pat and Emily. And then she says, during the sprint, I took the dog out one last time, emptied the Roomba of the stuff in the vacuumed up, and read a chapter.
Well done.
Very
My
proud.
boss is just letting everyone know I will be away from media till I get my medical condition taken care of and straightened out. Well, I hope all that goes well for you.
Best wishes.
Done. Yeah.
Well, Paul.
And Mary Jo says 105 of 111. And she got 48% into botched butterscotch. Page 34, chapter 6. Got 18% of Sea and Dreams at the Cornish Bakery. The Cornish Bakery number 18. Wow.
Well done, Cajun.
A lot of baking going on there. 18 of them. And then a lot of good nights and congratulations, Tiffany. I don't know what that was for.
Thank you.
Why are you questioning it?
Oh, maybe it's congratulations for the point the Jets just scored.
That wasn't me that time. I just want to point that out.
I don't come on Sundays, so I'm not worried. Yeah.
Storm, you might be doing your, or Tiffany's gone.
Oh, come back. I'll root for the Blues.
It says 92% all finished before bed. And Jill read some of Case of the Blues. I'm at 158 out of 264. And
Oh,
Cap
now
says,
Tiffany's sad. There's
finished
no
my
rainbow.
We finished my book, 5 stars, Echoes of Memory by Sarah Driscoll. Read it.
Well done.
I'll have to look that one up. That one did sound interesting. She really hyped it up. So let's see. And Angel says that, Tammy, what is the name of the book you're reading again?
Okay, I'll hold it up, but it's by Luisa Livorno Ramondo, and it's based on a true story, Beyond the Cobblestones. That's the title, and then let me get this the right way. That's the author, if you can see it.
The really long name.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it is.
Very nice.
And Sock says to Jill, if you ask Sarah, a case of the Jets is better. And little hockey joke there, very little.
Tiffany loves it.
And Angel says, yay, Kev. And I'm laughing at Socks. And Angel says, yeah, Kim, you are so close to finishing it. And Mary Jo went to Hardee's on Saturday and had chicken tenders. Their chicken tenders aren't too bad. When they first got them, they had on, because it's the only food app on my phone is Hardee's, since we go there all the time. And sometimes they'll have, like, with a purchase you can get like free or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it helps to go there all the time, because I was like, can you get these chicken tenders anytime you want, or is it lunch? And he's like, well, it's supposed to be lunch, but he's like, what do you got? And I said, well, I had this free or whatever. So he just went down and put some down, and I got some for breakfast.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
And Cajun says, I used to get the tots at Sonic because Salami, how do you say it? Loves himself some tots. Dresden loves herself whatever you let her have.
Yeah, basically. We say that about Presley. He'll eat just about anything. He might not keep it down, but he will eat just about anything.
Dresden loves her hot dogs because that's what she gets while Dad's eating, so that she won't bark at him constantly while he's eating. I cut a half a hot dog, and then I cut the hot dog in half so he can give her little bits, like try to keep her occupied while he's eating. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because once she's done with him, he's like, I don't have any more. She'll come run in there and sit down, and then she'll look at me. Like, I've showed video of her, like, she's like right down there and everything, but she never barks at me. She only barks at Dad. So that's why I think it's funny.
Yep.
And Jill says there's a Sonic near me, but I've never been. Blasphemy. And got to 32%. And yes, Cajun, max headroom. I almost forgot making a double plant hanger.
Oh, cool.
And Barbara says the way Sarah said that Canada was going to win everyone to step back made me laugh. LOL, Annie. So I never eat burgers at DQ. I go there to get chocolate ice cream, M&M Blizzard, and mozzarella sticks.
My brain immediately pictured the Blizzard with mozzarella sticks together,
Right?
which would be fine. I'm not here to judge.
Which takes us back to the emergency dessert squad and the mozzarella dessert or whatever it was. The cheese dessert. And everybody's like, cheese is not a dessert.
The only reason I go to Wendy's is to get a Frosty and fries. So you can dip the fries in the Frosty. That's the only use for a Frosty, in my opinion.
I love Frosties, but I just love Frosties. There's no fries going into mine. Kim says, we go to Johnny Rockets at the village sometimes when I go to my daddy's. I've never heard of Johnny Rockets. So.
Yeah.
Anita says, have a good night, ladies, and a good week. Thanks for the sprints. Be safe. Hope to see y'all again soon. Bye, Anita. Kim says, I love Sonic strawberry slush drinks.
Oh.
Before I decided I needed to stay away from those things, I used to get the grape slushy thing all the time.
Grape slushies are the best.
And Christina says, I think congrats were yay for
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
That was your
I thought
big
you were
day,
talking
you know.
about the Blues Jets game. My bad. Sorry. But yes, thank you. 3 books.
Yes, that's what she says. It was congrats for finishing the book. I think. Yeah, then already forgot about the 3 books. So look at that.
Mhm.
And Lost Coffee Mug says, thank you for hosting sprints. I hope everyone has a good night and week. I hope you have a good week as well. And Mother Goose said 25% heading to bed. Good night. Night. And thank you, Tammy and Cav, for book recommendations.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Sock says, my sister loves the rosemary garlic tots at Smashburger.
Yes.
Heard of that
I've never
either.
heard of Smashburger, but it sounds good.
Right?
Okay.
Right down.
All the thoughts sound really good.
They're really good.
Garlic tots, yeah. And Cajun says one of Shamil's middle names was Jethro, like the Beverly Hillbillies, because he would eat anything, including olives. And there he drank and drank and drank some water. And Roxy says, I fell asleep and I'm up now. I hope sprints was good. Good night, ladies. Bye, Roxy. And finished your plant hangers. Woohoo.
Well done.
And then Christina says, thanks for hosting today and good night. Stormy, Tiffany, Sarah, Lee, Tammy, and John Boy. Sleep. And remember to hydrate and share a snack. Check the laundry. Take your meds. Stretch and show some love to the like button. And also make sure you sub and ring that bell so hopefully you'll get notified.
And go Blues.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And there we go. That was the last of the comments.
Just as soon as she's gonna do something.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, just at the end when I'm going to be like, okay, we can go now.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. It's almost like something went down the wrong pipe without actually anything going down the wrong pipe. Go Blues and eat brownies. And good night. And with that, I will say good night, ladies, and hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And we'll see you back on Sunday. Or no, wait, no
Have
Sunday.
a great time
No
at Malice,
Sunday.
Tiffany.
No Sunday. No Sunday.
Yes. Next week we'll see everybody. The following week, everybody except Sarah, but we'll see. No.
I've now been banned.
So
No,
Let's see where you are next Monday.
there are PK sprints during the week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then we will see everybody back on Monday night.
Next
on
Monday
Thursday.
we'll all be on my channel.
But
Yes.
skipping Sunday for this go round. But yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Have a great one, everybody. Thank you,
Have a good
Storm.
night.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.